I want to talk to you about creatine. It is the most researched supplement ever, and it's also the most understood supplement. Stick around for the whole thing. We're going to learn it, and I'm going to talk to you about all the information you need to know about creatine. Let me preface by saying I'm a doctor, I'm a mom of 2 little kids, I'm busy, I understand life is crazy, and I'm here to give you simple little hacks to make life better and improve your mind and renew your body and renew your mind. So what is creatine? Creatine is a naturally occurring compound that's located in your muscle that helps give your body energy during your high intensity movements, like during high intensity interval training and also during weightlifting. And the most highly researched form of creatine is in the form of creatine monohydrate. So we're going to specifically be discussing supplementing with creatine monohydrate and why you should do this, the risks associated with it, and how much you should take. There are 5 major benefits of supplementing with creatine. Number 1, it's going to improve your strength. So it's going to allow you to have more energy to push yourself, which brings us to number 2. By having more energy to push ourselves, we're able to lift more and we're going to be able to lift longer. So do more reps at a higher level. And that is going to lead to muscle gain. And remember, muscle is so good. So if we have more muscle, we're going to raise our basal metabolic rate. We're going to increase our longevity. Oh, and by the way, we're going to burn more fat. Number 3, creatine also helps us improve fatigue and reduce soreness. This is huge. So when you're lifting weights and you're so sore, it's going to reduce that, which is going to allow you to recover faster, which is going to allow you to get gains faster because you're going to be able to get back into the weight room and you're going to be able to push yourself more. And again, you're going to be able to build the muscle faster because the more you lift, the better results you get. Number 4 reason creatine is super awesome is it helps hydrate your muscle cells. So it's like a big sponge. It's going to pull water into that muscle cells and that is going to hydrate them. And hydration is so good. We have to stay hydrated. You know, if we don't drink enough water, our whole body is not able to detoxify the way it needs to be, and we're not going to be as healthy as we need to be. Same thing with muscles. Muscles need water to be able to work in the best possible way. And creatine is going to pull that water into the muscle. Now, this is going to lead to a temporary weight gain when you start taking creatine, which we're going to talk about in a second. But remember, it's not subcutaneous water, so it's not going to make you look fat. It's actually going to make you look better. It's going to make your muscles look more full. So do not fall into that trap. And remember, hydrated cells are better cells. Number 5 reason creatine is super awesome is the cognitive benefit. It improves memory, it improves cognition, and there's some research to show that it can actually decrease the likelihood of any neurodegenerative disorders. So that is huge, and it's actually more important the older we get. So there's this common misnomer that you only need creatine if you're an athlete. No, actually, the older you get, the more you need creatine. So everybody needs to be taking it. There's literature that specifically shows creatine's benefit in helping women during perimenopause and menopause. It helps reduce brain fog as well for everybody. It helps improve executive functions in the brain. It helps it perform better. And like I said, it can also decrease the likelihood of neurodegenerative disorders and also depression. So now we know all the top benefits of creatine. Let's talk about how we get creatine into our body. Now, like I said before, creatine is a naturally occurring source in muscle tissue. So you have to get it through animal tissue. There are synthetic forms for vegans, but again, I'm going to be focusing more on the animal form of tissue for the sources of creatine that you can get. The foods highest in creatine are the following. You can have herring, which is about 1.25 grams per 4 ounce of serving. Salmon has about 0.5 grams per 4 ounce of serving. Cod, about 0.35 grams, all again about 4 ounces of serving. And then pork, about 0.57 grams. Beef, about 0.41. And chicken is about 0.41 for about 3.5 ounce of serving. Again, vegans, you got to get creatine because you're not getting any of this through your diet. And so there are synthetic forms. You can look online on which ones you can get that are vegan appropriate. But it's even more important for vegans to get creatine because they're not getting it through their food. And if you're not getting creatine, your mental capacity is going to be affected and your ability to gain muscle is going to be negatively affected, a whole host of issues. So You got to get that creatine in. Now, you've seen these food sources that I listed, and that is going to be the highest in creatine, but you would have to eat copious amounts of that in order to get the creatine that's recommended. What is the recommended amount of creatine to take? About 3 to 5 grams per day, every day, because you have to have it in your system every day for your body to effectively use it and get all the benefits from it. There used to be a loading phase that was recommended of about 20 grams for about 7 days. Now, I mean, the literature doesn't really substantiate the necessity to do that. So just, it might take a little bit longer for your body to accumulate the creatine, but sticking to about 3 to 5 grams per day is going to be better than loading, in my opinion, because if you preload, sometimes that can cause digestive issues and make you a little uncomfortable, make you a little bloated. So sticking to the 3 to 5 grams and just staying with that is going to be your best bet. When should you take your creatine? You should take it when it's best for you to take it. You should take it in a manner that allows you to take it every day. So for example, I used to take creatine monohydrate and I would put powder into my Greek yogurt with my protein. I would mix it in and I would have that as my post-workout meal after lifting weights. But I started realizing I wasn't getting my creatine in every day because I wasn't lifting weights every day. And the other days that I wasn't lifting weights, I wasn't having that snack or that meal, and I was eating other things and I wasn't getting my creatine in. So that is not good. So I've changed the way I take my creatine. I have changed to actually, I take the creatine gummies. Those I really like. But any way that you can take your creatine is going to be beneficial. Some people like to just put it in their coffee. My husband, he puts creatine in his coffee every morning. But just something that's going to help you get the creatine in your body so that you can use it. But wait, I don't want to take creatine. It's going to cause kidney damage. I'm going to get renal failure. I don't want that. No, it won't. And that takes me to the top myths associated with creatine. People think that it's a steroid. People think that it causes fat gain. People think it causes kidney damage. All these are false. Remember, creatine is a naturally occurring compound in your muscle. So it is not a steroid, it is not a hormone, it's a naturally occurring compound that you're increasing to get major medical benefits, which again, we talked about. It's gonna help you lift more, help you build more muscle, and it's going to have several cognitive benefits that are going to improve your longevity. Creatine naturally converts in the body to creatinine. And that is one of the things that doctors look at in blood work to look at your kidney function. And creatinine levels will go up if you are doing high intensity interval training because your muscle tissue is breaking down, which has creatine in it, and is converted to creatinine. Or if you're taking creatine, your creatinine levels will be higher. And it's what of the levels that they look at to see how your kidneys are functioning because they're looking at what's called the glomerular filtration rate. And if this level is higher, the creatinine levels, it might show that your kidneys are not functioning like they should be functioning. But that's one of the measurements. And this is one of my major pet peeves with my colleagues. And if you go get blood work done and they say your creatinine levels are higher, it makes me wonder, did you study biochemistry? Do you know what you're talking about? Because of course they're gonna be higher. They're gonna be higher whether you're taking creatine supplements or not if you're lifting. And it's not a function of, it's not a representation of your kidney function. So if you're concerned about it, and hopefully your doctor knows that creatine is metabolized into creatinine, then all you have to do is get a kidney panel, a full kidney panel that looks at multiple aspects to get a better, broader picture. Do not judge your kidney function off creatinine levels if you're working out or you're taking creatine. Of course, it's going to be higher and it is not damaging your kidneys. Now, do talk to your primary care physician if you are concerned about any renal issues or i.e. kidney issues, and get a full panel to look at all that before you start taking anything, any supplements really, including creatine. Don't take my word for it. Talk to your doctor about it. But again, know that creatine is naturally metabolized to creatinine, and do not be concerned if your creatinine levels are higher. Only be concerned when that number is high amidst other numbers, and then that's when you reassess. One last myth I'd like to dispel is the myth that creatine is going to make you fat. Creatine does not make you fat. It's not going to happen. It will make you gain a little weight. Now, is that weight fat? No, it's not. It is water that's being pulled into the muscle. Remember how I said that creatine is hydrating to muscle tissue? So creatine is literally going to draw water into your muscle cell. This is not the same as the water under your skin called subcutaneous water. So that can make you look a little bloated, a little puffy. This is not that. This is going to make your muscles look fuller and bigger. So if anything, it's going to make you look better. It's going to make you look more slim because the more your muscles pop, the better you look. This is one of the things that's very important in bodybuilding. So if your muscles look really flat and from lack of carbohydrates, one of the things that bodybuilders will do before a show is carb up, because what does that do? It brings water into the cell, and the muscle tissue is like a balloon, and it will expand with that water and it will look bigger. And that's why bodybuilders look a lot bigger on stage. One of the reasons, when you look at them on stage compared to what they look like 5 days before, it's because of that hydration of the muscle tissue. Same thing happens with creatine. So if anything, like I said, you want to take it to make your muscles look bigger, it is not going to make you look fatter. It's going to make you look better. And that weight gain typically is about 1 to 2 pounds. So do expect that. And that is just due to the creatine, that's due to the water being in the cell. Now, not only is it going to make the muscle tissue look better, but it's going to allow the muscle tissue to function better, because the more hydrated the tissue is, the more hydrated the cell is, the better it functions. So no reason not to take it. It's not a steroid. It's a naturally occurring compound. It's not going to cause kidney damage, and it's not going to make you fat. So get your creatine in. It's going to renew your mind, renew your body, help you get the goals that you want of achieving the muscle that you want, and also changing your brain and helping you with your cognition. It's going to help you think better. It's going to help your memory. It's going to reduce your brain fog. And remember, as we age, the more important it is to have creatine. And if you're vegan, you got to get the creatine in. Contact me if you have any questions or concerns. I'm here for coaching. And again, thank you for watching our video, and I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and like, comment, and share this video if it was a blessing to you. Here's another video for you to watch. Have a blessed day.